You touched that switch and...
Which one, this?
12 genius inventions you didn't know existed. Sci-fi films have long served as appetizers for technology that are yet to come. However, in recent years, scientists have been working diligently to bring these otherworldly products to life. From hoverboards to bionic limbs, here are 12 genius inventions that you didn't know existed. Number 12. Sci-fi films and action-adventure movies have teased the idea of an invisibility cloak for years. We've likely all seen one in use on the big screen. However, they are now a reality. These cloaks are more accurately referred to as an optical camouflage device and aim to deliver an experience quite similar to that which can be seen in a Harry Potter film. However, these cloaks are considerably more complicated to operate. Since these devices don't use any form of magic or sorcery, they use a type of augmented reality that was first developed back in the 1960s. The cloak isn't yet available for public purchase, as it is still in the testing phase of its development. The idea behind the product is to develop a type of material that will essentially bend like around an object or person, thus making them appear to be invisible. The scientists behind this operation believe that it could bring in a new generation of mirror technology and not only be used to hide objects, but make them more visible as well. The end goal is to use these devices in automobiles to help reduce blind spots and prevent accidents. Number 11. Bionic human body parts have long been thought of like a futuristic technology that is unlikely to ever truly exist. However, several teams of scientists have been working on bionic limbs for several decades, and a few of these teams have developed fully functional products that work. The goal of these devices is to either replace a person's missing limb or even replace a missing internal organ. The electronic device would be attached to the person's nervous system and then mimic the functionality of the original limb or organ. This type of technology has been implemented for several years, as scientists developed front hulls for ships that mimic the look, feel, and functionality of dolphin skin. The technology is technically completed, but it is still in the testing phase to ensure that it is ready for mass production and implementation. Several devices have already been successfully implemented in human patients, such as artificial hearts and several cochlear implants. Number 10. We've all dealt with the terrible moment that you're running late for an important event, yet when you reach your car, you find out that you have a flat tire. This is truly a difficult situation, as inflating a tire can take quite a long time, and you have to own a heavy air compressor. A company known as Coda Development has worked to solve this issue. Located in the Czech Republic, the company has devised a tire design that can inflate itself without the need for power tools or heavy equipment. The product uses a device known as a peristaltic pump, which can inflate your tire as it spins. This keeps your tires at constant pressure without risking safety or reliability. Coda Development believes that if this product is implemented by major car manufacturers, it can lead to a safer driving atmosphere and even cut down on carbon emissions. This is because many car owners will drive their cars without realizing or caring that their tires are low. This leads to lower gas mileage, which can lead to an increase in fuel consumption and, in turn, a larger carbon footprint. Number 9. This product may sound like something you would read about on a tinfoil hat conspiracy website. However, shortly, these devices may be the norm. Every year, natural disasters claim the lives of thousands of people and cause millions of dollars in damage. If you live in coastal regions of your country, hurricanes and tsunamis are bound to strike over and over again, oftentimes in the same area. This leads many homeowners in these cities to become overwhelmed with fear and potentially thrown into debt due to the large amount of money that is required to continually rebuild your home or local establishments. However, a student at the Ohio University of Akron has developed a type of technology that can dissipate hurricanes and potentially other life-threatening natural disasters. According to a patent that was filed, the technology involves the use of supersonic jets that would fly in concentric circles around the hurricanes. These jets would release sonic booms that would alter the air around the hurricane, causing it to dramatically lessen its wind speeds or eliminate the threat. A weather control device like this may seem like some sort of sci-fi hoax, but the technology is theorized to work. The idea behind devices such as this is for them to be used by local government agencies to fine-tune the weather in particularly difficult climates. These devices could help lower humidity levels in the south, increase rainfall in desert areas, or decrease the rain in areas that are susceptible to flooding. They could be used by the military as a form of warfare, or simply a defense mechanism to protect our local citizens. The tech is already in development, and it has been rumored that some prototypes already exist. Number 8. Smellovision is a long-running joke amongst many television viewers and show hosts. Many cooking show stars often remark, "If only we had Smellovision, so you could experience how great this dish smells." Well, that technology technically already exists. For over a decade, the technology has existed for several large-scale companies. As an example, Universal Studios offered an attraction in the early 2000s, which was called Shrek 4D. The attraction featured a Shrek short film in which viewers would enter a specifically equipped theater room that had been outfitted with scent dispensers that would react to certain actions that were taking place on the screen. The attraction was a huge hit with visitors to the park, but a Tokyo scientist has been hard at work to make this technology available to the home user. The gadget is very similar to the devices used by Universal Studios and has been described as an inkjet printer for smells. The product is still in its beta stages, but the creator hopes to launch it to the public shortly. Number 7. These days, artificial intelligence is likely a product that we think very little about, as it surrounds us almost every single day. From Siri to Alexa, forms of artificial intelligence are at our disposal at any given moment. This technology wasn't always so widespread. Just a couple of decades ago, this type of technology would have seemed like crazy talk. Though major companies like Apple and Samsung have been giving it their all to develop the most sophisticated artificial intelligence possible. The issue with this type of technology is that it is almost entirely dependent on user input to help the device learn. This has led to many individuals to believe that their devices are spying on them and has become a major concern in first world countries where privacy is crucial to our society. However, many major companies claim that these devices are completely harmless and only log your microphone data as a way to better serve you in the future. Number 6. The idea of an energy field may seem extremely far-fetched. To some, it likely brings to mind memories of video games like Halo that featured these energy shields as normal means for defense during times of war. Several recent efforts have been made to attempt to create this type of device for a real-world application. Several different variations of this device already exist in the realm of aerospace engineering. Many spacecraft have been test-fitted with a type of energy field that could make exiting and entering the Earth's atmosphere much safer for astronauts. The exact details of this technology are tightly kept under wraps, as they are a matter of national security. However, these devices do allegedly exist. Number 5. Several years ago, thanks to the film Back to the Future, hoverboards were expected to be one of science's next greatest accomplishments. However, years and decades rolled by without so much as a peep from the scientific community in regards to the development of hoverboard technology. Now, that's about to change. A group of French researchers developed a product known as MagSurf. This device utilized complicated magnet technology to levitate a board off of the ground. The board currently only works when connected to its magnetic track, but the technology does exist. Several YouTube videos have been released which demonstrate the product, though it is yet to be available for public purchase. If these engineers can somehow manage to utilize the Earth's magnetic field in place of the magnetic track, this device could pose serious advancements in the way we travel. Number 4. Exoskeletons are yet another device that many of us believed to only exist in the video game world. Though in recent years, researchers and scientists have made major advances in exoskeleton technology for warfare use. The idea behind these suits is that they are to be built as a device that can either fly, shoot ammunition, defend its occupant, increase human strength, or all of the above. Suits like this already exist but are still in development stages. The technology is expected to be implemented into the US military very soon, but no exact date has been given yet. These devices will be used to increase soldiers' speed, strength, and potentially fire ammunition. This will allow soldiers to maneuver tough terrain and lift heavy objects without risking injury or exhaustion. Number 3. Over the years, several films have showcased a device that would allow you to talk in real time to someone who spoke an entirely different language. The idea behind the device was for you to talk into it, while the device translated your words into the listener's native tongue without any delay. These devices have now existed for several years and are even available for purchase online. These products have been used in the military for several years, but have more recently found their way into law enforcement offices, medical facilities, construction sites, and several other fields of work. They are truly an invaluable piece of technology when it comes to communicating with patients or foreign co-workers. Current versions of the product can translate an impressive 100,000 English phrases into over 70 languages without complication. Number 2. Cloning is an idea that has proven to be quite controversial over the years. In the beginning, the idea of cloning was almost exclusively concerning sheep and other livestock. Many religious-minded individuals believed that this process was against nature and should be forbidden, though the scientific community pushed back against these claims and insisted that it was completely safe and effective for increasing the number of livestock that can be used either for their byproducts or consumption. In recent years, the idea of cloning has been picking up again, as several companies have developed means of creating cloned animal meat that is considered suitable for human consumption. This would allow companies to develop large amount of real beef rather than having to slaughter animals simply to eat them. Today, scientists can clone several different types of animals without any major complications, though there have been no successful reports of cloning humans. This technology is still in its early stages, but it does exist and it does work. Number 1. A type of metal known as adamantium has been spoken of in superhero films for many years, but it is now said to have been successfully developed and will be used for building bridges and other important components of cities and transportation devices. This type of metal was mostly popularized after its use by Wolverine in the popular comic book series. His claws were said to have been made of this material, which can cut through anything and cannot be broken. This technology is now available using a special type of nanolamination. It doesn't appear to have been brought to market yet, but researchers expect that it will be available quite soon.